Welcome back, folks, to the Grimpunk lands of Terra. Last session, the Killjoys set out Ergaron and began the next leg of their voyage across country through Estoya to Pravia. But first, they would have to survive the challenges posed by the Grey Spine. While the environment posed many challenges on its own, ranging from harsh weather, treacherous paths, and a general pervading sense of bloodthirstiness, progress was made, both in your travels as well as in some of your personal endeavors, including Coralia's blood experiments, spicy, John's arch-seraph and fiend research, and Elias's herbal remedy experiments. As your first day of travel in the Grey Spine came to an end, John spotted a hauntingly familiar sight. A cracked signpost on the ground, pointing off the mountain road to Fortinhof, John's former hometown. A bloody message scrawled on stone also marked this as the site where Dragon of the Grey Spine took flight. Spooky. While initially resistant to returning to the now ruined town, the appearance of a bloody imp, the declaration that Scarla, Lady of Blood, can be found within, as well as the realization that dozens, if not hundreds, loomed in the shadows all around, it seems as if your path now leads to the ruins of Fortinhof, a site most profane and blessed for all the followers of Tormak. And that is where we are now. Let's just do this.
Are we recording?
I think Vel gave a thumbs up. Can you check,
Okay.
Jacob?
Yes, Kyle.
Thank you.
We are indeed. With the cart locked, you all begin to follow John as he leads you down the heavily trodden path to Fortinhof. Again, for those of you who are paying attention to your surroundings, you would be aware of shapes and sounds from within the surrounding woods. You are not alone here. And as you approach John's hometown, these figures grow in size and number.
Right before we ended the last session, I re-upped my protection from evil and good on dear old Johnny Boy.
Gotcha.
And Dandon is huddled on the top of the cart like this, with their eyes just barely peeked over the top, right next to Kane, and is fighting the urge to vomit because I'm not supposed to be here. This is a very bad place for me.
Oh, indeed it is.
Yeah.
As you continue to follow John, the path grows more and more narrow as it's winding between the heavily wooded brush until you realize, you have the uncomfortable realization that the cart's not going to go any further. Time to just walk, to follow on foot. Do you do so?
And what are we? How far are we from the?
Not far now.
Is it like a quality of the road that prevents the cart from going further, or?
It's a combination of that, but also just like the brush to either side has like closed in. Like the path is narrowed so much that there's just like not enough room for this cart to continue.
It's been pretty much
It's like
exclusively foot
yeah.
traffic for a while.
It's become a foot trail,
Yeah.
not a cart road.
I can keep the cart safe. I can cast snare on the cart. So have the people who are on top of the cart probably get off of the cart.
Mm-hmm. We've also established, right, that when you lock the cart, like it's being locked.
It's just in case anyone
magically.
touches it.
Yeah. I
Gotcha.
flip the sign
Yeah.
to the doctor is out, and then I take the sign off.
You proceed then, following John. Not long then that you follow this walking path before it bends and you begin to emerge from the wood trails and you enter into Fortinhav. And behold the remnants of a once thriving town, now reduced to ruins and desolation. You see many of the town's buildings here. Most of them were once wooden structures, though there were a few made of stone. But nearly all of them lie in varying states of decay. Some have collapsed entirely, leaving only mounds of rubble and broken timber. The others appear to have burned down entirely, while others still stand, albeit precariously, their walls cracked and roofs caved in. In many places, the bones of the dead can still be seen, but they too are joined with newer, fresher kills. Their blood still slick and pooling from corpses that stare lifelessly up at you as you pass. As you emerge from this wooded area, then you also begin to see that all around you, those shapes and sounds that you heard have gathered here. And you see not dozens, but hundreds. Gnolls make up nearly half of the population here. Their wicked cackling, making your hair stand up. But there are plenty of humanoids as well. Humans, dwarves, gnomes, goblins, as well as several with fiend blood, ranging from just tieflings to full-on spiked demons or wicked giants. As you continue to walk through this town, ruins of your hometown, John, what are you all doing and thinking?
I throw up into a bush.
Certainly, the air is thick here with the putrid smell of corpses and of burning flesh. You hear guttural growls of the gnolls all around you and of infernal and demonic tongues being spoken by these cultists. Though as you all walk by, these sounds seem to go quiet and they look at you. They look at John. They gaze at the dread blade on his back with equal parts fear and wonder.
You can go back to the cart if you need to. We can handle this.
I would also like to say that as we got out of the cart, Dandon did go to a disguised self of the little lavender-skinned tiefling child instead of normal.
Yeah, this is a not. You've used this disguise a few times before.
Yep.
A comfortable second skin.
Yep. Yeah. Still don't feel good though.
Yeah, I mean, indeed, talking about feelings, right? That's that sense that you felt building in the last few days as you've been traveling through the Gray Spine. That like quickness to anger, that desire to draw blood, to give in to your most violent thoughts. That's kind of reaching new heights here. You feel that blood pumping in your veins with each breath you take, the tautness of your muscles beneath your skin. It is a nauseatingly intoxicating feeling, and you are able to suppress it, but who knows for how long.
Gross.
I am going to tap into all of us via the near link in our heads.
Yep.
TM. All right, game plan.
Don't die.
Well, yeah.
There is no earthly way we can fight this. I'm going to say a lot of bullshit. Just go with it. And, try to help me keep my head on straight.
Elias, if anything looks weird, you take the kid and run.
Elias nods and puts a hand on John's shoulder. Just
Good to go, Vel? Sweet. Continue to walk through the town. Amongst the ruins, one building stands out in particular, on account of it being remarkably intact. As you approach the center of town to take a closer look, you see what looks to be a well-sized family shop of some kind. You see many cultists have gathered here, and some appear to be going in and out, treating it like a functional shop. Looking closer, you can see that fairly extensive repairs have been carried out on the structure for some reason. And it's because of these renovations that it takes a minute before it hits you, John. This is your family's store.
Woof.
That one has barbs on it. That one hurts, Blake.
I think John's fighting the urge to vomit right now. Similarly, to Danton's earlier struggle.
Totally understandable. As you've stopped here for a moment to try and gather your composure, not far away from you, see there is a pile of blood on the ground, and that pile of blood begins to vibrate, and emerging out from it again is a bloody imp that looks at you all, looks at you, John, and begins to cackle and clap its hand. Oh, the dragon has returned. Oh, blessed bloody day. Oh, they are waiting for you now. Long have we waited. We saw the signs. We saw it in the blood. Yes, yes. Oh, she will be happy. Ah, bloody Lord will be happy. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Come, come. And runs up to you and grabs you by the hand, John, and begins to try and tug on you. Come, this one will take you to her. Now, 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 now.
I punt it off of my hand. I'm not trying to kill it. That's pointless and a waste of our time. But,
Yeah.
That imp had disadvantage on the grapple, by the way.
Yeah. BT dubs.
Probably whiffed the grab, and you punt it away, only for it to again cackle as it flies through the air, and then scurry back over to you. Come this way, this way. We must go to her. Yes, yes. The Lady of Blood will wish to see you.
I just advance on the imp. I guess. You know, follow him. I guess
Yeah.
is a better way to phrase that.
As you begin to follow the imp, takes you by your old family store. For anyone who deigns to look inside through windows, you see this strange, contradictory scene where there are food and supplies and gear that are laid out on tables, some fresh, others old. But there are bloodstains and splatters all over the floor and tables and walls. Hanging on one wall, one might see a picture of a knight resplendent on horseback. John, this is the same painting that you used to look at as a child, be enchanted by, inspire you of one day growing up to be a knight, go off to right the many wrongs of the world, much to the chagrin of your family. Happy memories, those. But as the scene around you will attest, times have changed. You follow the bloody imp away from your family shop, through town, along a well-traveled path back into the woods, and it doesn't take you long before you arrive at a cave. There are torches lit outside and the remains of a raid. It looks like a hunting party that have come through here. You see blood and gore, weapons deposited out here. And you hear the sounds of a gathering taking place within. The imp leads you inside. Do you follow your guide?
I do follow the guide. Taking a
John, go
silent
ahead and
moment
go ahead and
to
give me a history check too. Sorry.
sure. Sure. Ten.
This place is familiar to you as well. Not just of your time in the cult, but before then. You recall coming to this place while living in Fortenhof as a child. This was once a holy site. And as you descend inside, you're greeted with a most disturbing scene.
That's not supposed to happen.
As you descend into
The blood
this
cult.
cavern, As you're descending down this chamber, you see stone statues of seraphs and divine figures adorning this chamber. And this pool that once could have served for purification takes up the center of the room. But the cult has twisted this sanctuary into an unholy and bloody hell. The chamber overfloweth with blood. Infernal symbols have been carved into the stonework, and the statues have been defaced, one and all. You see cultists down here standing over the corpses of dwarves and other travelers through the mountains, lying with their throats slashed over bowls, collecting the last of their blood. You see some of them are still in the process of dying, looking up at you, feebly twitching as you descend. This chamber, a woman is speaking. A scantily clad woman with blood-red hair and piercing pale eyes floats in the air above a decapitated statue that was once dedicated to an arch-seraph. You see fiendish tattoos that cover her body, but upon closer inspection, those aren't tattoos. No, they're carved into her flesh, and that blood is dripping out of them. And as it does, it arcs into coagulated orbs of blood in her hands. John, you recognize Scarla instantly. It's been, 20 years? But looking at her now, though, you feel as if you stepped back in time. She hasn't changed at all. And as you wind down these stairs, Scarla's eyes find yours, John. A flash of recognition, and then something else. Go ahead and give me an insight check. Anyone else can too as well.
Natural 20.
18.
Fitting.
Inspiration.
Hitting.
Fitting indeed. Gain inspiration, John.
Popcorn. Anybody who doesn't have it.
On a natural 20, you know Scarla well. Surprise. She is surprised to see you, certainly. But even as she locks eyes with you, she continues speaking to the cultists gathered before her in this unholy congregation. Praise be to our bloody Lord. In Tormac's name do we turn the blood of the meek, so that we may spread the word of the crimson gospel. Praise be to the dragon of the grey spine, to Mikael, chosen of Tormac, breaker of bones, taker of lives, slayer of mercy. Let all hear us now. The Redeemer has fallen. Let all of Terra hear us and know this truth. Mercy is dead at last. Free from the chains of hope, we may at last be as one in blood. As she continues to chant, now slipping into infernal, a Goliath, bound and bruised, is shoved to their knees before her. You see Scarla twists her hands into a talon and raises it. You watch as the Goliath is lifted off of the ground, his skin and eyes darkening, changing from a pale complexion to a ruddy one. As he begins to let out a choking, terrible scream, You watch as his skin begins to bubble, the blood in his veins boiling angrily before it erupts out of him, spraying all before the altar in gore and viscera. And as chunks of flesh and bone rain down on the ground, the assembled cultists begin to wail and howl in ecstasy, gnashing teeth, raking claws, and drawing their own blood in the process. And it drips onto the ground and begins to pool. You have a question, Coralia?
Well, fuck.
What something I'm going to do and a question.
Yep.
Can I have a inclination, but can I read the sigils that are on this gigantic blood circle?
You can read Infernal, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it is like what Scarla is saying. It's like, praises and exaltations of Tormak. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, though.
Can I activate my eyes in order for advantage?
Yeah,
Would you
I'll, certainly.
He's got special eyes.
22.
Interspersed throughout the general, like, hymns, bloody hymns, you also see that there are, like, runes of of storing and
Ugh.
containment and summoning. This is not just a mundane pool of blood. This is like a magical. This blood is magic. It is
It's a big target for
energy,
something to come through.
something to come through. You see that summoning, but also just like it's made to like the whatever like energy or potential that the blood has is kept within this pool. It never expires.
Cool. Nice. Awesome. Sweet. Okay, the thing I was going to do is I am going to slide my hand underneath the edge of John's gauntlet and along the inside of his wrist in a form that looks like she's done it far too many times. And try and cool him down because Corey's hands are very cold naturally. Check his heart rate, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, it is stiflingly hot down here, as I'm sure you can understand. Despite the coolness of this subterranean chamber.
It's a big pool of blood. Still hot blood.
You just know it's all warm still.
Yeah, it's all so warm. Has not cooled even a degree.
Elias notices that Dandin is looking uneasy. Just kind of pulls him to the back a bit and holds their hand and with the other gives them a warm drink. Here, drink this.
Dandon will accept it with a nod. I think, Elias, with your passive perception, there is like little licking bits of flame at the corner of Dandon's eyes, and she is fucking terrified to be here.
And you're being given a potion of
heroism in T form.
Way to go.
And
Way to go,
Elias
Elias.
just
Way to drug a kid.
holds Stand in his hands.
Aw,
That's really cool.
very sweet. We
That
love
thing you just did,
Uncle Elias and his
really
tea.
cool.
I just realized we made Uncle Iroh.
A little bit, yeah.
We love him.
Eldritch Uncle Iroh.
Yeah, mutated.
10 temp HP, and I am
Blessed.
under the effect of Bless.
This is Uncle Iroh during the war.
Yeah. As you arrive at the bottom of the stairs, the bloody imp rushes forward towards Scarla. My lady of blood, oh blessed day, bloody day. Wrath, fill me, tear me apart, for this one has seen it. And you watch as Scarla looks down at the imp and smiles. Your wish can be fulfilled. And twitches a hand, and the imp just erupts in blood and fills the pool. Before descending from the air for the statue in front of you, John. Takes a moment to look at you, and you see all of the gathered cultists here have all grown quiet, ceased their activities, and noticing who you are, you see that same mix of like fear and wonder. Watch as Scarla's eyes stay on you before they flick briefly onto your companions, before she turns back to the cultists. As it was foretold, so it has come to pass. Behold, Mikael, chosen of Tormak, dragon of the Grey Spine, returned to us at last. Hear us, O Lord of Blood, our offering for guiding your chosen to the faithful people. Go now, spread his blessing to all. Bring the truth to them. Spill the blood of the faithless, of the meek, so that you might grow closer. For soon the dragon will spread his wings again. Go now, in Tormak's name. And you watch as the gathered cultists rise to their feet and leave this place. Danda.
As all of these creepy folk head out of here,
Yes.
do any of them look of a like the next step down, or like somebody else of somewhat import? Not as important as this lady, of course, but does anybody look like somebody more than just a brute
Oh, yeah.
soldier?
Oh yeah.
They have to go past us to get out.
Yes.
Dandon has a little bit of bolstered heroism, and Dandon is going to take something from one of them. They go past.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
Theft is always the answer.
Sleight of hand and stealth.
I will do the sleight of hand first.
Yep.
That's going to be 28. I have a
Okay.
plus 11 to sleight of hand now because of my new gloves. And the stealth check, I'm going to use my inspiration for advantage. And that is going to give me a 24. Oh, I didn't have to use it. I already have it. Or no, that's because of my boots. It's only on sound. So yeah, I use my inspiration and I get a 24 on stealth.
Cool. And you're going for a pocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something quick and easy. I'm just a little guy.
One moment. You nick a small black sphere. It's like 3/4 of an inch.
Another for the marble bag.
Yeah, honestly, it really does look like a marble.
Another marble for the marble bag.
A moment while I make a note. Cool. As the cultists leave to spread the word of the dragon's return, you see that you are left alone in this chamber here with Scarla and with her two apparent guards. These tall, spiked fiends. Scarla is silent while looking at you.
I will calmly approach the cultist.
You approach the cultist. As you do so, you see she kind of just looks over her shoulder real quick and just gestures to the bodies of these travelers, and these fiends begin gathering up corpses and like bowls of blood and start draining them all into this pool here. Giving you, John, a moment to speak with Scarla. Are the rest of you also approaching, or where are we
I want to
hanging?
read. I want to read the etchings on her body, and what those runes are.
Oh, interesting.
It-
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I simply refuse to be any further than 5 feet away from John.
That's valid. That's
Totally valid.
valid.
Yeah, I'll assume we're gonna stick together.
Wherever Dan is going, or
Yeah.
18.
18. Yeah, it'll take a little while for you, but I'll give you some results in a little bit here.
Yeah.
John, you approach Scarla.
Who approaches?
You seemed so surprised. The imp assured me you were waiting for me.
Yeah, you see that she is a little irked that you spotted her surprise, but very quickly swallows that. Surprise. Rejoiced is perhaps the word I would use. For what other feeling could I have at seeing you return to us, Mikael?
What other feeling indeed?
I see you have gathered new disciples. That is good. I am called Scarla. You are fortunate indeed to have traveled with Mikael. If there is anything you require, you need only ask. I will see that you are taken care of.
Good. Well, what is it you needed to say? Anything of import?
Looks at you, John, and then looks at your friends. I must speak with Mikhail. It has been quite some time since last we were together. I'm sure you wouldn't mind. We have much to catch up on.
I'm sorry, Blake. I need a second. I feel like I'm gonna fucking puke, man.
Everybody hears a firm "nuh-uh" Ephra through the Neuralink.
All disciples are an extension of my will. They will hear what I need them to hear anyway. Speak.
Oh. Go ahead and give me your choice, persuasion or intimidation.
I think that feels like an intimidation.
I think so. You're leaning into that a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Got a bit of edge there.
I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Yeah.
22.
Oh, I'm exhausted. Fuck.
21, because the exhaustion would be a minus.
Yeah, the -1 exhaustion for folks who suffered that.
Oh, that's right. Exhaustion is just minus one to all
-1 to
things.
d20 rolls, yes.
Got it.
Cool. 21. It is as you say. It is good to see that the teachings of our Lord have not been forgotten in your time away. You see that the spiked fiends have finished draining these corpses, and they return to her side. She just turns a cheek and mutters something under her breath, and the fiends.
I would like to hear.
Yeah, go ahead and give me perception. It's infernal, so I don't think anyone else speaks it, so no point.
18.
18. It was simply leave us. No one enters.
I actually speak Infernal.
Oh,
And
you
that means
also
Elias
do
will
that.
understand everything.
Yeah, on
And
your
he-
study.
Hear
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, leave us. No one enters.
Oh, grand.
As they stalk away, Scarlet turns and you see that there is like a ceremonial bowl, very similar to the other bowls that were recently full of blood, but this one has a few like food stuff in it, and just kind of offers the bowl to all of you. You see like there's some like fruits and stuff, but a lot of it is kind of like bits of meat. Maybe someone recognizes like liver. Is that like a bit of heart?
I'll take the bowl, give
Yeah.
it a sniff, and hand it to Elias.
And what am I supposed to do with this?
Act like you're looking at it. It probably don't eat it. Probably nobody eat it.
Is this spoken aloud or
No, of course not.
Chum Link?
We don't need the Chum Link anymore.
It's so late.
Oh, Link.
Yes,
Elias
the-
looks at it. Observes.
It has been quite some time, Mikael.
Indeed.
Last I saw you, you were fleeing by foot to the forest.
I decided I wanted a progeny. He does not elaborate.
I see. And what is it that brings you back then?
Well, you spoke as yourself. It is a joyous time indeed. The Redeemer has perished and rests on the other side of that veil of death.
Joyous day indeed.
Dandon, you need to breathe.
A little ping to Dandon, especially. This is one of those lying parts.
Long did we await this bloody news, yet hearing it from our Lord, it was almost too much to believe. That the prophecy had at long last come true. The dragon had shorn the wing from the Redeemer. And is now, looking pointedly at you, John. Tell me, how did it happen?
Do I feel like there's a benefit to lie to this woman? In this particular instance?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Can I get in on that?
Ooh.
Never mind. That's his question.
25.
I'll say no because this is a lot relying on like your history with Scarlet. What was the number?
25.
25.
So high.
That's pretty good.
Natural 19.
Before today, you think that telling the truth about this would not be good. You would be blaspheming. For Tormak has decried that the dragon killed the Redeemer. But that surprise in Scarla's eyes was surprising for you to see. Because as she's saying, and as you know, if she is believing what Tormak is saying as she once did, then she shouldn't be surprised to see, because that's what Tormak said. But you caught that surprise. So something is up.
Hmm.
And I
Were
think
you expecting
and I think
it?
you don't know then of like, oh, should I lie or not? It just
Okay.
complicates things.
Hmm. Were you expecting a different set of wings to flutter down those stairs, Scarla? And I'll take a step closer to her.
take a step closer. Why would I? Why would I expect any other than the dragon? Come home. Victorious. Blood upon his hands.
Is she lying? Oh. Roll 20 back at it and kicking you in the dick, Blake.
Digital dice, man. They are
I
cursed.
swear to God. Yes. Yes, she is very much lying. So, she did not expect to see you, John. You being here is a surprise to her.
Well, I suppose it makes no difference. She threw herself to the void for me. To protect something I cared for.
Looks at your friends.
I maintain eye contact and I do not shift my posture in any direction. I try really hard not to.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing an insight check for Garla.
Hey man, we really caught her off guard.
Truly threw herself to the void.
What better way to embrace Tormak than use a weakness against its own?
An incredible glare directed at you. Indeed. And now I'll give you some of what is on her body.
Reveal the secrets unto me.
So first of all, a lot of it is again that religious iconography, hymns, holy prayers and phrases, but a lot of it is the same stuff that's around this pool. You see some of the same like containment or binding runes and sigils. There's a connection between her and this pool that has been forged. What did you get again on the roll?
An 18.
18.
I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
If I need to take a little more time to discern the connection, I'm sure we can. I have an inclination.
Let's hear.
I have the idea that she really, really wants to be Daddy's favorite girl. And now
Okay.
that John has returned, there is a problem.
Okay. With that in mind, looking at
For better
marking-
clarification,
Yep.
I mean, like, she intends to use this pool of blood to summon, if not Tormak, in order to be his vessel on this plane, then to do something of the same kinship, given the fact that we've already seen them do that with the Garistro.
Yeah, okay, then you definitely recognize some like channeling
God.
Really.
Motherfucker!
There is channeling that will happen here
Okay.
between her and this pool.
Okay. I will tap to John and just. We are in the worst possible place. Right now. And I will bow my head again, in reverence to her ladyship.
In my travels, I found troubling tidings in the south. The Imperium rises and intends to chaw its way north.
Chew? Chew is the word I meant to say.
Chew its way north. It is the richest man in the world backing it. It seemed pertinent our forces be aware of this.
Our forces.
Oh, you're right. I think I did misspeak. My forces.
Go ahead and give me another intimidation check.
Didn't roll a natural 20, admittedly. It is just a 25.
Meets your stare. Sits with your growl. Your threat. Your assertion. And then you see like relief on her face. It is good to have you home, Mikael. These have been... It was troubling to think that you had gone soft. That you had forsaken the way of the blood. As for these southern whelps, let them come to the mountain. We will water the ground with their blood, as we do all others. But you, Mikael, what you say about the Redeemer's demise, it is not how Tormak proclaims it to be.
Oh? Perhaps you misheard. Some things can get lost in translation.
Not for me. I have interpreted for the manslayer. I see the truth in blood. And I say, you have succeeded where Tormak failed, Mikael. Tormak. You see she's like clearly getting very uncomfortable with herself, with what she is seemingly grappling with. then sets her chin and speaks with more resolve. Tormak failed. Tormak failed to kill the Redeemer. Tormak lies about the death of the Redeemer. What else is Tormak lying about? What else has he lied about?
Is she actually questioning herself?
Yeah,
Or is,
yeah.
Is she trying to play us for a fool?
This feels like a bait.
We
What do you
won't
mean,
fall
Insight?
for your Jedi mind tricks, Blake.
Terrible roll for Dandon. Dandon's not.
Dirt 20.
15.
19, sorry. Keep forgetting about the last one.
7.
Jew.
Oh, Geo died.
Elias, you have the best insight out of all of us.
Oh, nope, he rolled 19. No.
I think, John, you got the highest one, right? 20? Yeah.
Not if we're like,
True. John, fittingly, you see that Scarla is... I mean, she's doing a few things here. She does truly seem to be kind of trying to process what you said about, what actually went down with Nicholas. And she seems genuine in her assertions that Tormak has lied. What else has Tormak lied about? Is kind of having is questioning Tormak, certainly. But is also very clearly, trying to read you as well. Trying to gauge how you feel about her saying this. You guys are, doing the same thing.
Yeah, we're all doing the same shit to
Absolutely,
each
yeah.
other. Absolutely.
So,
so-
it's certainly cagey.
Yeah.
Very guarded conversation.
God. So I will react in a manner appropriate for this station. And grab her around the throat.
That was a well-timed moment for the music to stop.
Yeah, true.
That was terrible.
jokes on you if you like.
Yeah, you go for a throat grab. Everyone roll initiative.
Just a shrimple throat grabbing.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Just
Motherfucker.
Oops.
this is still -1, right?
Yes, that exhaustion is still in effect.
Thought we endorsed casual violence in this cult. What the fuck has happened? It hasn't even been 15 years.
Oh, we're rolling initiative.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, we're gonna handle this in a controlled manner.
In a very controlled manner.
Okay, John, what'd you get?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Coralia, what did you get?
21.
Okay, Dandon,
23.
3 and me. Elias,
19.
19. Hot roll.
Or sorry, 18.
Party.
17. And it's
Any
1.
lower? 17. Gotcha. And then Scarla. Back to Okay, John, you are lunging for the throat of Scarla. Dandon, you see this? What do you do?
There is a call throughout the Choomlink. What are we doing?
I'm playing a part, trying to. She's saying heretical things, and there's like heavy air quotes around heretical things. If the leader of a cult heard that, if the leader of a blood cult heard that, what would he do? So I'm gonna grab her on the throat and shake her around and call her a heretic and try not to spill any blood, because that's probably a really bad idea in this place.
Cool. Dandon will wing up just aim at, I don't know who I'm aiming at somebody. I have a slingshot up and a marble loaded, and I'm just standing there, and that's my turn. I don't know what to do. Fuck this. This is dumb.
We'll say you're aiming at Scarla.
I will hold my attack to fire this marble at her if she does anything to fuck with blood.
Okay.
If she starts manipulating blood around here and trying to put blood on John, I'm shooting her in the face.
Yep. Okay, Coralia, what are you doing?
You're muted.
I'm working through that in my head out loud. I'm okay. He does have a point that shaking someone around is probably what the leader of a cult would do if something like this was happening. On that same notion, if we get someone on our side within it,
I don't want her.
that's valid. She's weird. She's scared to kill a bunch of people.
I don't want anybody in this cult.
Also, she's doing the same thing we are.
Oh no, facts. Facts. Okay. I will, I'm sorry, I'm panicking. I didn't anticipate this is how it's gonna go.
You want a little bit more time to plan. Elias, we can go to you if you want.
Yeah.
The coke bears are coming out.
I'm gunning.
Go ahead and summon
So
the crew.
let's see here. I'm gonna summon like 6 of them. Oh. Third level spot.
Okay.
And I will. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh as well with my bonus action.
Hell yeah. Good spell.
Yeah, go ahead and deploy the Coke Bears and get that shillelagh up.
6 coke bears.
Any plan, Corey? Oh, sorry, Elias, continue.
Do I see any like movement? Like, because
In the immediate vicinity, no. And I think, like, based on your position, like, you are not able to see up here. Yeah, like, this is way up. You guys are kind of, like, underneath it, practically. So, you don't see anything going on up here.
Yep.
You don't see any other
So-
movement in this chamber, though. It's just you
That's
and her.
how my bears are gonna like. They're kind of like
Yeah, right on the edge there.
coming
How
from
small
like
they are.
all the crevices of
Yeah.
of this place.
Blood-soaked bears.
That's so good, pal.
It's a great sound effect.
All right, Corey.
Fantastic.
I will prepare to cast haste on John.
Gotcha.
That is
What is the
I
trigger?
The trigger will be him actually hitting her.
Yeah, sure. Gotcha.
Does that
For
make sense?
real.
Like for
Yeah.
actually, like literally.
Yeah. Cool.
Like for
you,
realsies.
Yeah, for real. You reach for her throat. Sorry, Dan, and yes?
Mine is a clarification question. We'll wait till after this.
You
good.
reach for Scarla's throat. You catch her in your vice grip, and her hand. One of them instantly twists into Talon, like you saw not too long ago, but she doesn't rake it at any of you. You see, like, she's getting ready to fight back, but she's more focused on just, like, replying to you in this moment. Basically, kind of like, yeah, like, I'll throw down, but she's more interested in talking still, it seems. And she lets out just... It's truth, that's lie. John, floor is yours.
Would you mind repeating that? I appreciated the grasp, but Mike didn't translate well with the intense music.
It is truth, not a lie.
Okay.
He lies. And then tacked on at the end, you know it to be true.
And what merit would that sort of talk have in this place?
Are you continuing to choke?
I mean, I'm holding. It's like at this
Okay,
point she's
yeah.
resting by her jaw. It's not comfortable.
Yes.
I could easily apply a lot more pressure if I needed to.
Yeah, you back the pressure off.
And also she can float. So like
Fuck this bitch.
Back the pressure off, and she...
I like drop the weight enough that she's like resting. I'll let go. I'll just let go. That makes more sense.
It is a dangerous thing, the truth. Here, more than anywhere else. No one knows but me.
Insight
Nope.
check that shit in.
Yeah, go for it.
Nah.
No one even considers the possibility
16.
that the manslayer, the marauder, is weak.
24.
Elias with the natural 20.
Natural
20.
20.
Gain inspiration, Elias.
I already have one.
Give it back to John.
Gonna give one to my.
Oh, I used mine.
Oh, you used yours. Perfect.
I think we've been full for a little bit.
I got
We've
mine
been
back when I
hoarding
rolled
it.
initiative.
Better on you. I was gonna give
I
it
think
to one of my
everyone's restocked.
co-players.
Not that a natural 20 was necessary or much insight check at all. Extremely genuine. Extremely genuine. She has not shared this with anyone, and I mean, it's not hard to believe that everyone else is probably drinking the Kool-Aid.
So what did he tell you?
Cormac said that you killed Miklas. Cut her down. But it is more than that, Mikhail. He claims to be... He claims to be one of wrath and fury, void of fear, but I have seen it, Mikhail. I have seen Tormac's fear. Something has changed. The strong do not fear. He cannot protect us, Mikhail. Only we can. Only the dragon. Only the Lady of Blood. We can be strong. We can take his place, Mikhail. It is our destiny. It is why you have returned. We will become strong. And we will never again allow anything to be taken from us. Give me a history check, John.
Yeah.
Does Tormac know about the things? The things coming back?
10. Does Tormac? That's what I was thinking.
10. On a 10, you flash back momentarily. An early memory, very hazy, of some of your earliest days after your home was destroyed and you were taken into this cult, of the two of you talking late into the night, sharing your pain and your loss, each of you, and finding refuge in that shared suffering. You don't recall what she lost, but something drove her to this cult, where she was taken, like you were. And in what you're hearing from her now, she is... She does not want to be like that ever again. And she has seen weakness in Tormac, fear. And that is unacceptable for her.
A ping across our connection.
For those of you smarter than me, is there merit of maybe hinting that we've heard a prophecy?
Do I recall?
You got
Do
the
you
prophecy.
recall?
Yeah, you got the prophecy.
Well, Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by the
I think they're referring to your experience in the stars.
Yeah. Is there merit to
telling her about it?
telling her the gods are coming back? What might she do with that information? Could I guess? Perchance. Anything good? Probably
I
not.
don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think telling her with that would be a smart idea.
That would confirm her suspicions. That would confirm her suspicions that Tormac is it's like
Right,
in
but that would just
peril.
lead her to summon them here. Because she wants power.
Sure.
Go ahead and give me another Arcana check now, Corey, with some of this context as well.
Where is it? Okay. 26.
With what she's talking about in this frantic moment of together we can be strong, that rings a bell with what you saw of those channeling glyphs. It's not so much she's channeling Tormak. She wishes to channel this like collected blood magic to and again, it's on her. she's pulling a move here.
Shoo! You need to get the fuck away from the pool. Okay.
And again, very specifically, she keeps saying we can be strong together.
Yeah. No,
And now now Scarlet will continue. I have been collecting the blood of Tormak's faithful for years, Kale. Years. And containing it here. There is power in blood, you know it. There is power in violence, and we will take it for ourselves. We will take it. Tormak does not deserve it. He is weak. We will be strong. These lands are grim, Mikhail, but we know the truth. It is the strong that survive. We will spill the blood of the weak so that the strong survive. Only then will we be ready for what is coming. And you see she is like pointing at the pool now. You must join me, Mikhail. It's why you returned. You must join me. No?
Can I possibly get this bitch the fuck away from him?
In what manner?
I am going to soul burn.
Oh.
And I am going to pulse whip her. Right square in the chest. And launch her back into the altar behind her.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it at 4th level. I've only got one.
Dan, did you see Corey is going for this whip?
Going
Manifest
for some
manifest the
shit,
whip.
huh?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do, I will just full send it, my guy.
Yeah, Danny, you can like act on the same turn right now if you want as well.
Cool.
You see all of this about to happen.
And at the same time, I'm gonna ping to John, run.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
ah. 27 to hit.
wild.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Seeing Coralia doing some wizard shit, Dandon will.
Oh, and
Just
how
like-
does that work with the soul burn? Hold on. It works in a specific way. I will look at this. You do that, Danon.
Dandon will. Okay, time to go! And I will release the marble, and as I do, the marble is going to shatter as it leaves the end of the slingshot and split into several chunks that are all just going to bam, 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 hit her in the chest in the same spot that Corey hit her, and I'm just going to cast a quick magic missile.
Go for it.
3. Get it, base. Just 3 darts, right? Seven. 9. That's 12 force damage.
Okay. Okay, so for Coralia, your spell, so you infuse it into the whip and then whip, so you burn spell slot and everything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
So I'll make my.
I will. Be.
So you roll to hit now
Yeah.
with your soul whip.
Yeah. It was 26 to hit or 20.
Yeah.
No, not 26. 28 to hit.
That will hit. And so now your pulsed wave, right? That's the spell you put in it.
Yes, and that I will use because I've only got one. I will use my only max power potion. And so that'll be 42 points of force damage.
Gotcha. You
And
quickly
she is
down the
launched
potion and- yeah.
30 feet back.
30 feet back, Jesus.
And I am grabbing John's wrist and I am running. Running the fuck out of there.
48, you said?
42.
42. Jesus Christ. Dandin fires off a magic missile marble. Coralia, describe how the soul whip happens.
So the same little spider manifests out of the sleeve of her dress, and she is like, because of the veil, you can't see exactly what she looks like, but Dandin, you just get a glimpse because of the candles. The glimmer of what she looks like underneath, and her eyes are so wide as this spider is descending down, and she just spins it once in her as she lifts it up over her head, and she just cracks it directly on Scarla's like chest. And the pulse wave descends down this long stretch of thread as she seems to be taking it from the like pulsing energy in the room that seems to be consistently present, that fury that's there, and just amplifies it all at once and smacks it right into her fucking face.
Yeah,
Wild
you
shit.
whip her in the face and she flies back as this resounding, thunderous crack and boom goes off. She flies back, smashes through the already defaced statue of an arch-seraph and crashes hard into the stone wall behind her. Rumbles, you see dust, small stones falling from the ceiling above. Crazy couple turns here, folks. And with that, I think the jig is up. Elias, you're up.
I'm still grappling with the wisdom of that decision.
Right, we're.
We should
Feelings.
destroy the circle, the most important parts at least.
Okay.
Oh, that was my question that I was going to ask. Obviously, she was just shot through the altar thing that was happening here. How important does the altar itself seem to what all's going on here compared to, like, the sigils around the pool?
I mean, the altar does get smashed here, and you don't see. There's no dulling of any of the light.
Sure.
Or anything. That intense feeling of violence that's here, at its climax, does not go down at all.
Do I see like all the blood runes? Are they like scrubbable?
Oh, looking at them, it's blood, but they're also glowing. So, I mean, the blood looks scrubbable. Maybe it'll stop glowing when you scrub it.
I will assign 2 Michael bears to start scrubbing
Gotcha.
the rest.
Love those bears.
Which Coke Bears?
One of these guys.
There are so many fucking people outside.
Yep.
Um,
When those 2 Coke Bears touch the blood sigil, I need them to each give me a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. Yep, that's a 2. And that's an 11.
All right, so both of them fail. The moment each of them touches the blood, their eyes grow red, and they look around, baring their teeth, and they go after the nearest creature and are trying to inflict as much damage as possible. They are inflicted with Tormach's Fury.
Great.
Oh, no.
Blood Fury. So go ahead and make attacks with them against the nearest creature, doesn't matter who.
It's the nearest creature, the other.
12 and 20. So it'd be the other coke bear.
Do they just eat
Okay.
themselves?
They're
yeah,
boxing each other. They're having a little boxing fight.
You see some of the cook bears start fighting each other again as soon as they touch that blood, their eyes go red. And, this looks very similar to that fury you saw back on the Griffon de Grignande.
Alright. Okay. The rest of the coke bears are gonna ignore that, and they're gonna go after. Can I even reach that? Pretty far. Actually, just this coke bear is gonna try to slap the other one. Restrain the other one, and this one will restrain the other one.
Gotcha.
And these two will go forward. Just gonna go dash.
Awesome.
Yep, that's it.
Anything else, Elias?
I'm going to hold the spell.
I would like to explain my reasoning for that pulse wave, because there was a very short exchange with no words between Jacob and I, where she was going on her rant, and Jacob just did a. And I was like, oh my god, she's gonna shove them both in this pool and make them hermaphroditic like godling. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Some bloodborne shit.
I was like, no. So
That's
my
best case
reasoning.
scenario.
So
Yeah.
that's my reasoning. So I hope you guys all understand.
That's very funny.
I
Elias,
wanted
you
to
said
kill
you're
this
holding a
bitch
spell?
As soon as we got down here.
Yes.
What spell are you holding? I guess.
And
Do you have to tell me?
So.
I
uh,
think you have to specify the action you're holding for.
yeah, if she comes close to us.
Awesome. Well, it's her turn. As she stumbles up from the stone wreckage of this altar, she lets out a roar. Betrayers! Let us kill them, Mikhail, and then we will ascend to our rightful place.
Oh, she doesn't think it's you.
What does she mean when? What does she mean when she says that?
She thinks that
think
you've
when-
been
yeah.
betrayed by your disciples, who are like,
Yeah,
Tormach
uh-huh.
heads. And she's thinking that maybe I can
No.
convince you
I
still.
mean specifically and we shall take our rightful. What does she mean when she say we shall take our rightful place? That's the part I'm concerned
That
about.
in red and like
all she's kind of been saying
Underline
is,
it twice.
we'll, we can be strong together. I mean, she's pointed at the blood pool. So
Okay, but
with
does
your
she
time-
mean you can also get some tattoos and have some of the blood pool? Or I'm going to put you in the blood pool and thereby we shall
Oh
ascend?
yeah, I see.
Can I tell which of those
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
she
yeah.
means?
She wants you to take part in this ritual with her. That's the vibe you're getting. It's not like I'm pushing you in. It's we're doing this together.
You're gonna get a bunch of blood magic, buddy.
Come get your blood magic.
Yeah. You know,
But
the
first,
blood.
but first, we need to kill these betrayers.
Yeah, you know, made of the blood that makes you go wackadoodle.
And then, as she screams that, she flies up into the air. You can take attacks if you want, Coke Bears.
Yep. She fly up, so can I cast my spell?
Yeah, go for it.
Entangle.
Oh,
All right, what do I need to do?
That is a strength saving throw. Hopefully she's more dexterous.
Ooh, fuck. She's not very strong.
blood cleric, bottom text.
I think more blood wizard.
Maybe blood wizard, yeah.
Hey. So
I don't
both
want to be
my opportun-
restrained.
Oh yeah,
She is going
Sangromancer is
to-
what's in the Grim.
She is going to burn a
oh,
legendary
oh,
resistance.
That's fine.
There it is.
That's one
And-
legendary resistance out.
So you shoot this entanglement at her, and she just grips her hand, and blood flame erupts and burns it. Continues to fly up in the air. Now is leaving the Cook Bears.
16 hits? Or
16 does hit, yes.
she's going to take 8 plus 8, 16 total.
Hey, one moment.
This is piercing damage.
Okay. $16 piercing, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta clear that. Just try this. All right. So she takes that hit, flies up into the air. How many can I point? 20-foot radius. Okay, is just gonna do it. Where can I go? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I need con saves from Dandin, Elias, and these two Coke Bears.
Didn't and Elias have an additional +3, my friend? My
Nice.
aura.
Oh, and then I
On save?
I have bless.
Oh my god, natural 20. Does anyone not have an inspiration any longer?
I don't.
You can have an inspo.
Or no, I do actually. I do.
DC is 20.
I hit.
Well, you said +3?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's exactly what I need.
I got exactly 20 with the +3.
Okay, what about the Coke Bears?
The +3.
Okay. The Coke Bears take 43 points of necrotic damage,
Oh!
and Dandin and Elias, you each take 21.
I take half of
Um,
that because I am resistant to necrotic because I
I
am
also
a
take half
God.
of that. So
God
that's
damn
10
it!
10 damage.
Okay, so 10 damage for each of you. Yes.
Nice.
Based.
by 10
Absolutely.
HP.
Yeah, that's so funny. As she flies up in the air, the hand grasps the air before her, and the blood in all of you, you feel it beginning to increase in temperature. Funnily enough, the radiant, the divine, and the cursed blood of Dandin and Elias, it's not able to fully affect you, but you see that the blood begins to boil in the Coke Bears. They take massive damage, and they're both incapacitated.
That sounds correct.
The ones up top, right?
These two here.
Oh.
Yeah, this one and this one.
Fuck
Oh.
this bitch.
43 necrotic to each of them, and they are incapacitated.
They explode. Goodbye.
Perfect. Cool. And then, so she's gonna float up above in the air, just above this altar here, and 30 feet in the air. Awesome, John. That is your turn. Again, reiterate what she has said. Help me kill these betrayers,
Yeah.
and we will ascend.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
You're-
Obviously not gonna do that. Cause these are my folks.
These are my Goombas.
These are my chooms.
Hell yeah.
But actually,
Don't get close.
so obviously we're facing her, and that's a thing.
Yeah, she's 30 feet in the air above the altar.
I have an important metaphysical question, Blake,
Yeah.
about your world.
Let me hear it.
So this blade that I have, is this more like a demonic possession that I have? Or is this more like a divine instrument that is wielded like that channels something? Because my understanding is that it's a bit more like a relic that is hungy.
First one, yes, the demonic artifact.
Okay, I think I can live with that.
No.
That being said, a very hungry entity, I would presume. Presently still. And there's
Is your hand going for the blade?
there's a whole big pool of blood behind me. And I was just curious about that piece of metaphysics, because there was a line that I had drawn in my head, and unfortunately we haven't reached that.
Uh-huh.
So I think what I'm gonna do. I love that Kyle's shaking his head repeatedly. No good, very bad.
He's wiggling. You okay?
I know.
He's already celebrating.
You can't fight this bitch with blood.
I'm going to draw the blade, and I'm going to place it in the pool.
Ugh.
The moment your hand touches the hilt and
Yeah.
draws it
Uh-huh.
from the first fraction of its binding, you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's understandable.
I'll say right now before we roll, this is the worst place
To fail.
possibly to
Ever.
be to attempt this roll.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's like one worse place, but we're not there yet. So this is a very bad place to attempt this. The DC for this is 25. And your hand has touched it and begun to draw a DC 25 wisdom save.
That's a 17 on the die. Which
Your
sounds
hand-
bad. Which
Oh.
sounds bad. Which sounds bad. I have a +9 to my wisdom saves.
Jesus Christ.
So that's a
26.
26, yes.
26.
Oh, fuck.
Your hand draws the blade from its binding. And you feel the relief you feel. Finally, it has been too long since you wielded this. Your mind flashes back to Morencia. Joyous time. You
And I'm-
look to your side and you see Dandon.
Mhm.
You have unfinished business with this one.
Mhm.
And your arm begins to raise before you're able to wrest control from that dark urge.
I forgot Danon was right next to me.
Badooms.
I'm smoking so much weed, Kyle. I'm incredibly stressed.
John,
Why here?
you are
Um,
back in control.
Because she can't have it.
Mhm,
That's really bad. And it's really hard for us to fuck up those sigils.
As you're drawing that blade, you hear Scarla. Yes, yes, joyous red blade. Yes, together we will ascend and kill. Together we will ascend.
Fuck this bitch, she sucks.
And I will place the blade in the pool and let that hungry hippo consume.
Oh, John.
He's gonna make the save again.
Truly. The moment it touches the blood, I need an immediate second save.
Hmm.
Bruh. Why? Why, bruh?
Because I rolled a 16 and it's okay. I think.
16 plus 9 is a 25.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, you're
The
good.
DC is the same. That was the I think. I was,
DC was the same. Beats it, beats it.
I'm gonna throw up for real.
listen, man. Listen. Oh,
John, you place the blade in the blood, and you watch as it begins to lap hungrily up its edge. As it trails up, it reaches the hilt's grip, begins to run over your gauntlet, up your arm. You are becoming bloodied. And it feels good. You are strong. You are ready. John, what would you like to do?
I'm spending my action doing that. That's the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, you dip the
If
blade
you'll let
in.
me, am I allowed to release the blade?
You want to let go of the blade?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
He
it.
can drink. He can drink without me. I'll
You let go of the blade and it
bit.
remains standing upright, dipped into the blood. It's there. As you let go of it, you feel
the ritual.
you instantly feel something you haven't felt in a long time as a paladin. It's like a hangover. You were like, oh fuck, it hit you all at once. Like you're coming down from a high of holding this blade. Dragon spine.
Damn, that thing's literally narcotic. Holy shit. All right. That's something to think about.
Yeah, you set it up in there and release the blade. Awesome.
All right.
Anything else you want to do?
Can I throw my hammer at her?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Am I 20 feet away yet, or should I back up? Oh yeah, she's in the
She's
air.
30 feet in the air.
Yeah, I'll
That's
actually get a
important.
little closer before I throw it at her to make sure I'm in range. I'm shaking. That was really terrifying. I had inspiration as a
You're very
backup, but I
fucking
was still
close.
really nervous.
I was preparing to beg Blake to let me give you the favored by the Seraphs like I've done before, people.
16 plus 7, 20. Nope, -1 still. I don't know. Does that still count? Does the -1 still apply to me presently, given the actions I've taken, or do I need to be a little bit more vocal and say some nonsense to have spilled blood?
Oh,
I thought we had exhaustion because we were fucking tired from the hike through the mountains.
yeah. So the exhaustion was.
Was it from the tired hike?
Yeah,
I thought it was also
was-
the intensity of the location. Like,
it was both.
anger on
And
it.
I think specifically this kind of like apply when you guys failed like some survival or whatever check.
Yeah.
So that exhaustion is going to.
Okay. Never mind. Makes sense. That makes total sense. This origin was a confusion on my part. Yeah. In that case, fuck.
With it, sorry, you did bring it up. With
Yeah.
that -1, then
Yeah.
to a 20 roll. When you rolled a 25, was that factored in?
Yeah, I've been factoring that in.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can go ahead and chuck a hammer.
Pink. Fuck, I still have to do the math on the hammer. 22 after the -1.
That will hit.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I am
All good, bro.
incredibly stressed with this situation. That is an 8 in bonk damage. Magic bonk damage. Actually, hold on. If it moved more than 20 feet, I forgot to upgrade the damage die. That is better. It is a 12 in bonk damage.
12 bonk damage. 12 bonk damage.
All right, you chuck your hammer. You see Scarla looking slightly confused as you just leave the blade. And then you approach and hurl a hammer at her. Do you say anything as you do this?
I am going to say,
Sorry, that was the wrong flavor of
no,
heresy.
I don't say anything. I don't say a goddamn word.
You just chuck this hammer at her. As it smotes her, she looks hurt. Not just physically, but like betrayal from you now, John. Again. You are fooled, Nikhil. I will save you, as you have done for me before.
No. Fuck up.
Brings us to the top of initiative.
Yeah, it does.
Dandin, you
Hey,
are
what's
up.
Okay. First question. She got absolutely rocked by a pulse wave earlier, and then on top of some other magical force damage that I did, and she got blasted back into a wall. How's she
Yes.
looking?
She was looking hurt.
Yeah.
When she floated up and then blood boiled several people, you saw a lot of that evaporating blood, like evaporating towards her, and she looked better. She's
Cool.
healed.
We're gonna stop all that. I run forward, and Dandin is going to get in front of John, jump up, and double kick John in the chest to get John to back up. I will then land in front of him, and I will point at his face, and I will say, "Remember, Through you and I, mercy will live. And I turn and I flick up another marble, and this one is crackling with potential, and I shoot a storm sphere marble at her face.
Go for
Take
it.
away her cheekbones. She
Now,
doesn't need them.
now, I don't know what you want me to do with this, because this I says I can just cast the spell. Do you want me to shoot it at her, or do I just cast the spell?
So shoot it. If you
Okay.
hit, the spell takes place there.
Got it. Heard. Understood.
It is a marble, so you hit with the marble and it unleashes the spell.
That is a
Look at you guys targeting my strength saves. What the fuck?
grand total of a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Oh, actually, it's more than that, but still, I hit. So, yeah, I shoot it right at her dead center, and a erupting sphere of air, just 20-foot radius, erupts around her. Hopefully, that interrupts any of her attempting to absorb any more blood. And I need her to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's big enough. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, a little bit. Strength saving throw coming up.
And being that she's up in the air, I'm hoping that this storm sphere isn't immediately fucking us up, but
The radius on storm
She's
sphere?
30
20
feet in the air, so 20
20-foot
feet
radius.
leaves a 10-foot gap.
Cool. Great. That's important.
Nice aim.
We'll get a little rain on our head.
That's a 4.
A 4. She's going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the wind just starts blasting her around in space. And then on that, I'm going to look at her, and Dandin's eyes are going to start to flare with that silver magic. Or silver flame, but this time there's a crackling of electricity in it, and as my bonus action, I'm going to strike her with lightning from the storm sphere,
Hell yeah, dude.
which is just a ranged spell attack.
You have advantage on it because the target's in the sphere.
That's good to know. And I have bless. So, 27 to hit.
A lot will hit.
Cool. So she is going to take a further 9. She's going to take a further 16 lightning damage.
Gotcha.
All of us, all creatures involved in this instant have disadvantage on listening. Perception checks to listen, and also because she is dead center in this sphere, all of this wind is difficult terrain, so it's going to take she's going to be half movement trying to get out of this thing.
Oh,
Gotcha.
nice.
Then I am going to turn around and look John dead in the face, and it's like, we either kill her or we go. And I'm going to sprint. Let's see, I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just going to run towards Coralia. And I will actually run and duck behind this pillar here, is what I will do. Because I believe I am now concentrating on this sphere.
Okay, so as the lightning strikes her, you see, I mean, you don't really, you can still see in it, right? It's
Yeah.
just right here.
Is this really not? Oh, okay.
And
Watch
certainly while the lightning
Her
striking
face
her, we can
snarls.
see.
Yeah, her face snarls, and she points at you, Dandin, and you feel as the lightning hits her body and like surges through her blood, She
Mhm.
points, and you feel that a little bit of that same lightning arcing through your own blood,
Mm.
as like blood sprays out and mist over you.
Is that a
And you
reaction?
take 8 points of lightning damage.
Gross. Hey, guess who's also resistant to lightning? No, I'm not resistant to lightning damage.
Hey, Blake,
Yes.
is there any earthly universe where this woman could be convinced to any degree to, like, I know this is a fanatic cult leader. Yeah. I should probably presume that she's too deep in the Kool-Aid to be brought out of it to any degree.
I mean, John, you of all people should know that
Yeah.
the answer to that is no.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes. No, yes, you can be brought out of that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
knew what you meant.
like, I just said a hopeful statement.
I just said a hopeful statement. I knew what you meant. It's okay.
Yes, no. You, John, know that it's never too late for someone. You were the dragon of the Grey Spine. And today you walk with mercy.
Does he? He put the sword in the blood.
Yeah.
Got plans.
That sword's gonna go one place when this campaign is over. I have a very specific visage in my head. It's cute.
My mantle.
No, God, no. Okay. That is good to know. Thank you. That is all I wanted. I'm sorry, it's not my turn.
No, all good. Cool. Coralia, you're up. Shannon, that's all right?
I believe that
Action,
is
bonus action, move, yeah.
all. Oh, I don't have to spend any of my spell slots to cast this storm sphere, right?
It was the marble.
It's just in the marble. Perfect. Yeah, that's my action, bonus action, and movement, and I just shimmy behind that pillar, and to get myself just out of sight. And I have a potion of heroism in me, and I start to hyperventilate still just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're in literal hell right now.
Yeah, no, this place is not good for Dandon. This is a bad Dandon place.
Coralia, you're up.
I hate it here.
Okay. So, this lady.
Yep.
There was a time in my life where this was the worst situation, right?
Mhm.
This is like venturing into lichdom type territory in my head.
Yeah, this is power moves. This is crazy power moves. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is like there's no going back from it, you sense.
Yeah. I will skirt up to Dandon and ping via our mind link. Or I will actually just like hold a full on like, calm down, you're okay. It's okay. I can get you out of here.
No. We leave, all of us.
Okay. I will ping to John. We run, or we kill her, or we both. Can I momentary stasis her?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure she'll... whatever. So, I will, see Dandon panicking and, look at the chaos around us. And I will, flick one of the spiders towards her.
Go for it.
Anyone
What's
within
my
60
save?
feet makes a Constitution save. It's
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, we're good.
The con save 16. Please fail, Blake. That's all I ask. Make her drop from the sky like a sack of potatoes.
I rolled dirty 20. Dirty 20. Rolled a 12. Money moves.
Can I say no to that?
You wanna fuck with this? Go for
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Good.
gonna. I will chronal shift it.
Go for it.
So I will just tug it.
Yeah. All right. I'll roll again.
Just a cross dissolve to the next timeline over.
Yeah.
And in this timeline, I got a 17. What's your DC?
16.
Oh, let's go! Very close. Very close.
I can't do it again.
You see, as you keep trying to throw momentary stasis up, this storm sphere is swirling around her, making it more difficult, and she's like trying to conjure like some blood magic to also like shield herself and like fuck with your attempts. So there's a lot of interference getting run right now.
You are fucking annoying.
That's your action.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. I don't know what to do.
Pardon me. That's it, Corellia?
Yes. That's,
Alright.
Yes.
Elias, you are up.
All right. As for my other co-bears, let's attack with them.
Cool. So, does the storm sphere also affect the Coke Bears? No, they're on the ground.
They're on the ground.
Right, they're out of range.
How many feet in the air is she?
She is 30 feet in the air.
Well, shit. And what's the radius of storm sphere? It's
20
isn't it like
feet.
a 20 feet. Yeah.
20-foot radius circle.
We're in there.
Like I said, you all have 10 feet of buffer before it gets a little spicy up there.
All right, let's cast a cheeky. Oh, I can't. 20-foot square from the ground. Can
That
I?
would not reach, no.
What about the wall?
From the wall? You could hit the wall, yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, gonna like, because it's a cube from. A
Oh, you're trying to
surface.
go from the wall.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Oh, I think, yeah, then. Yeah, if he's 15 feet to the wall, it's just 30 feet up. So, yeah, that's very smart. You can do that.
Sweet. Stressy.
Clever
Your
thinking.
first weakness.
Strength save?
Mhm.
Fuck.
Is that what did you cast?
Entangle
Oh, entangle again.
from the wall.
Yeah, it's... you fucker.
How's Choom doing
Well-
in this whole situation, Blake, by the way?
What's going on out there?
First of all, 12 on the save, so Entangle hits.
Yeah.
She's restrained
Restrained. I need
inside the storm sphere.
trapped inside of the storm sphere.
Imagine Choom has his popcorn like I've got my stress food.
Okay.
He's just munching.
Yeah, this is not a great position to be. Yeah, Choom, during all of this, for a moment, John, when you were like drawing the blade, you heard Choom in your head. Are we going for this? What's the move here, Chief?
Not where I thought this Thursday was going, but you know.
I'm down to clown. And that now is just is watching all of this very intensely, is not kind of is present in all of your minds, but not saying much, kind of like making sure that you all focus. And I think you sense in that, like, that he's letting you focus. That's slightly concerning.
Oh no, he's worried.
It's it for my turn.
Okay, that is your turn, which means it's my turn. Okay, so I start in the sphere. Does anything proc on my turn, or is it what's the order of operations?
Each creature in the sphere, when it appears or ends its turn there.
Okay, so it already took once, right? When it appears. Yeah, when it appears, it took the damage.
And
Okay.
so if she cannot figure out a way to get out of this entangle and then use her movement to whatever movement she has left to get out of the storm sphere, she will take it at the end of her turn.
Yes, that is correct. And she does not want to be here anymore. This fucking sucks. She's like getting restrained, getting zapped and shit. So she lets out a scream of frustration. Yeah, I can do this. Sweet. And then you see she rakes her hands against her arms down across her chest, her nails tearing gouges into her flesh. Blood pours out, and she points at the blood pool and bursts into blood and disappears. Measure it again. Oops.
How far away does she need to be?
She is Jotun herself 60 feet over here.
For a cheeky counterspell, she has to be within 60 feet. She is 30 feet up.
Yes,
She is
sorry, I was
indeed.
coming back from going to the bathroom. Yes, I would like to counterspell that. Did you play?
This is not a spell.
Is it a fucking class
Ooh.
action?
This is like an ability. So
Gross!
Blake,
The
when I
gross
find you,
thing!
Blake? Blake, when I find you, Blake?
she's blood porting.
When I find you?
Yeah,
love-
so
I
she
love
is
the
blood porting
cabins.
over here. And yeah, so she erupts in blood. She was here. As it rains blood down 30 feet radius. Yeah, that's gonna be everyone. Okay, I need everyone. Right, everyone's here? Yeah, all four of us. I need all four of you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Dirty 20?
I'm outside of range to get any help from John. Yes, very much so.
I think so.
Okay, so I rolled a 10.
Okay. Elias? Oh, those all Elias in a sec. Dandin and Paralia, as the blood mists and splatters all over you, you feel its furious nature seep into you, and you are inflicted with Tormach's rage. So you want to do the most damage possible to the nearest creature,
Great.
which is each of you. So you want to kill each other.
Great. My turn first.
As Scarla blood ports, she glares down at you, John. The years have changed you. I see. You have grown weak, unworthy of that blade. Just points down at it, standing upright in the blood pool. The blade I watered with mine own blood. I suppose it's fitting then that I take it back and wet it with your own. John, you're up.
Mistake not this kindness, Scarla, for weakness. You have precisely one opportunity to learn an important lesson in mercy, or I will rip you apart.
Mercy.
And if you think this pitiful pool will be enough to save you,
You should know better than anyone, Mikhail. Mercy is dead.
death is an important piece in any cycle. There are lessons to learn in every event. Do not be a fool.
Then let me acquaint you with it.
This could go on for a while.
I tried.
It's
Flop.
yeah, I'm glad that you got what I was saying. Like,
Naturally. Yeah, John, she is furious that you have turned against her in this moment. And you know all too well the fury of the cult of Torment.
Do I sense in this moment that she might be more reasonable after being wrought unconscious and taken from this place?
I mean,
That feels
know,
reasonable.
Yeah, you know how blood fury works, right? It amps you
Yeah.
up, but you come down from it
Okay.
usually. So it's it's plausible.
Okay. Am I allowed to use any of my like spell smites when I throw this hammer? Like Wrathful Smite and that kind of thing? Because you let me Divine Smite with it.
I think I did, yeah. I think I said it's cool. And so I will still allow it, yeah.
You guys are trying to kill each other, though. That feels pertinent. Source of the problem, though. Does the source of the problem seem at all hampered by the huge amount of damage she's taken so far?
Source of the problem, what?
Does Scarla seem as though she's hampered at all? Is she looking pretty ragged, or is she pretty fine?
Like I said, she's
All
looking
things considered.
better after blood boiling several people.
Yeah.
So she's, I mean, yeah,
She
she's
lo-
bloody,
did
but
she look like she was messed up and then look like she was then tipped better above it, or was she just?
she was never.
Is that what you mean,
mechanically
or?
bloody, no.
Okay.
She was
That's-
hurt, but no, not on her half.
And she's looking better. Okay.
She's looking better, yeah. So she is not mechanically bloodied, even though she is bloody.
Fuck this bitch, she sucks.
Fuck this bitch. She sucks.
Kyle, I need you to
I-
get me the fuck away from you.
Yeah, that is. That is pertinent.
At nat
I think it's
20.
more pertinent than her.
You're good. You're good.
I am saying this stuff, and I'm kind of circling over here.
Yep.
And I'm going to grip my holy symbol. And seeing this rage, at least from my angle, I could see it come over Corey. I know Dandon was kind of squirreled into that alcove.
You're 5 feet. You can see it on Dandon's face.
At this point now, yeah. But I will plant a hand on your shoulder, and I am going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Oh.
May the Redeemer's light find you as it finds the boy and I. Keep your head on keep your head on straight.
As I notice Dandon coming up.
Ah!
Tiny
And-
tiny ball of radiant fury.
I think it just ends, right? Like it ends like possessions and shit like that. So charm.
Yeah, I believe so. Does it end it, or does it just give them advantage on their...
If the target is already, the target has advantage on the next saving throw. So your
Okay.
blood fury does not end, but you will have advantage on your save to end it.
Okay.
Let's start
Your
with the
next
end of
save.
my turn.
At the end of your turn, of course.
And it would be an action to grapple you, and I spent that action casting the spell. So what I will do is I will pull out my protector shield and have it ready alongside my hammer for whoever hits first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just gotta.
Oh, wait, I have bonus actions, and you gave us cool shit.
I did.
This feels like an appropriate situation for it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's turning into a.
As
Oh,
a
boss.
bonus action, John will soul burn the guardian angel presence. And unfolding, the heat rises like a mirage from behind him, and unfolding like a flurry of radiant wings. Just in this instance, only two, because there's only two of you here. Two ephemeral and warm wings caress you both, and you guys are under the effect of warding bond, kinda, but pretty much just the damage reduction part.
Heard.
Yeah, John. When you want to trigger that, you let me know, and we've got some shit to resolve.
Trigger what?
I said it's like, don't you? You have to use a reaction, right, or something when you want to use it, or where's the fucking file?
As a bonus action, you can soul burn and enter the guardian angel stance for 1 minute and reduce the damage taken of any creature of your choice within 5 feet by half.
Yes.
You taking the other half.
Right.
Damage I receive in that way cannot be reduced, and the first time I take damage, there's some stuff when I get reduced to 0 hit points, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it instead.
Yes.
If you guys go down, though, I could get stunned, potentially.
Yeah.
Heard.
Awesome.
But yeah, that just happens for the both of you.
Yeah, John.
Now you're next
that's
to me
close.
and get my aura.
Oh, very important. Which brings us to the top of round 3. and
Yo, what
initiative.
up?
At the top of actually, sorry, that procs at turn 20. You're up, Dandon.
Hey, what
That's
up?
such high initiative rolls. Christ.
Uh,
Dandon, let me reiterate.
Yep.
You wish to. It doesn't specifically have to be Coralia. It's
Sure.
whoever's closest. So
Right.
since there are 2 of them, we will roll for it. And you wish to inflict as much damage as possible.
Great.
So roll a d4. On a 1 or a 2, you go for Coralia. 3 or 4, you go for John.
It's 2.
1 or a 2, you go for Coralia.
Great.
It's
I,
heartbreaking.
I want to deal as much damage as possible, correct?
Yeah. Yes, you wish to kill Coralia.
In this, as this rage bubbles up through me, I think it is the same anger and rage that has been building this entire time listening to this stupid bitch talk. And it all, when I get splashed with the blood, and shortly after that, I hear her say that Mercy is dead.
Yeah.
And Dandon's voice erupts out. There's like a thaumaturgy underneath it, and I say, "No, she's not!" And I erupt into radiant consumption, standing right here amongst these two, shattering the disguise off of me. So now I am just a little ASMR child, but a nuke. That's my bonus action.
Okay. There's damage for that, right?
Yep. So that's going to be 10 points of damage to myself, to Corey, and to John, all radiant.
Okay, so once Jake is back. Okay.
So I take 15.
So
No, actually, I take 20, and you guys both take 5.
Yeah, there you go.
And I erupt into a little nuke. And then where'd my actions page?
Now it's time to nuke Coralia.
Correct. I would know that at this distance I would be at disadvantage for any of my distance stuff.
Yep.
So instead, I whip out a Seraphim stiletto and I just try to stab Coralia right in the side.
Yep. Go for it.
I will reaction cast shield.
Yep.
That's fair.
Cool. Cast shield. AC goes up to what?
20
18.
now.
18?
I thought you went up to 20 now because I thought your AC was at 15 now.
Oh no, yeah, 15 then.
Yeah.
Or 20,
Yeah.
20.
Roll to hit. Dandon.
She'll hit me, but
Heard. Okay. I actually might not hit. I only got a 15 to hit. Oh, I have bless. Hold on. Still wouldn't
Only
get
gets
it.
you to 19, yeah.
That gets me to 18 total.
Yeah, you whiff.
Would I use my inspiration to try and hit her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to hit this, but you want to kill the person.
and I've
So
already
you're
used my
trying to
reaction,
do
so
that.
I can't change the roll.
That becomes a that's definitely gonna hit. So that's gonna become a 17 plus the 3, so that's gonna become that becomes a 19 plus 8 is 27 plus 3 that becomes a 30 to hit with the bless.
Hits.
And a weird question, but a one that I simply have to ask. I actually have 2 questions I have to ask. I'm sorry, Coralia. In this moment, does John count as an ally?
Are you asking, or does John have to decide? I think John thinks you're both allies, right?
No. For purposes of sneak attack, I get sneak attack if an
No.
ally is within 5 feet.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Oh.
Absolutely, he does not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Especially
That's
not as I'm
fine.
about to use my reaction to use my Protector's Ward to make the stack hit me instead.
That's totally fine. My other question is, because Coralia is a tiefling.
I'm not more susceptible to radiant damage.
You're not, but I have a dagger that does more damage to fiends.
Doesn't matter. It's
still-
hitting me.
She's
You're
still
not
a
a
humanoid.
fiend. You're a humanoid with
I'm a
I
humanoid.
just have to check.
elements. Yeah, we're good. No, I
No,
appreciate
it's
you
valid.
checking, Kyle. This is totally valid questions to ask.
This
I
rage
wish
has
I
been,
could say yes to
the
both.
the
Fuck
rage
you,
has been
Blake.
building in this child for a long time.
Yeah, word.
Then, with all of that in mind, Carly, you take 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you stab for 8. John, are you using your Protector's Ward? Yes.
I
so
am.
You stab at John instead. Then you take the 8 instead. Okay, that's the end of your turn, Dandon.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Factoring in, right? You have Bless, you have John, and you have -1 from exhaustion.
Okay.
So track all of
You have
those.
Bless, you have John, -1 from exhaustion.
Those bonuses are larger than the negative, but
17. And what do I get from John? Total?
I think it's a +3 from John, right?
Yes.
Yes.
+3 from John. I thought. Oh, is that a different soul burn thing you have that boosts your aura?
Yeah, I have another one that boosts my aura, but I haven't
That's what I
activated
thought.
it. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So that becomes.
I fucking will.
They're not concentration. They can stack.
That becomes a 19. Did I fail?
Yes.
Favored by the Seraphs.
Fuck. Well played. Well played. Yes. Dandon, as you come to, you
I had
are
another
pulling,
7 to that.
You are pulling your stiletto out of John, who you went for Coralia's throat,
Yeah.
and John leaped in the way and took the blow to the
Oh, and I move you guys. So, Coralia, shift down 1 square, because I get to move you when this attack happens.
the tactics.
Ooh, this is all hot stuff.
You
Because now
guys
I'm not
separated.
going to be the target.
Beautiful.
Great.
Well played.
I'm just like.
Yeah.
Would you say that me coming out of this rage would end my radiant consumption in this moment? Do you think?
I
With
think
that
you are in
wisdom save?
control. You are in control of the rage consumption, so you
Okay.
can, I think, choose to end it if you want to. But
Okay.
your rage triggered it. You end it if you want.
Good. I think it all just sputters out as I see the dagger exiting John's side, and I just go, and I think Dandon drops it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's just a knife wound. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
Eyes on the prize. She's not listening to reason.
Speaking of which, Coralia, you are not listening to reason. John.
I was
is-
indicating the bitch in the pool, but
John is the closest target. You wish to kill John. Go. Do what must be done.
all attacks against me have disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So I have designed her in a very specific way, where if she doesn't have allies, she can't cast most of her spell list. There are. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Constitution save?
Who, me?
That's all? A shrimple con save? Sure thing. I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one. Doing some stuff here. That's a much better roll. 22. 21.
Dan, and you would also be in the crosshairs of this too. I'm casting Pulse Wave at John's back.
Yeah.
He passes. He does just get launched. The consequence.
Don't you not get launched if you save?
No, yeah, I think you don't move if you save. You just take
Yeah.
half damage.
Half damage
Oh,
and
no,
then-
fails only. Okay, no, never mind.
So just half dammy. And then what's Dandon's con save factor? Again, you got your buffs from your boy. From your dad.
You're muted.
-1 from exhaust.
-1 makes it a 19 total.
You pass.
That saves, yeah. Okay, you both take half dammy.
Roll
Right.
low. Ooh,
Yeah.
roll
I'm gonna roll
low.
low. I'm gonna roll low. I'm gonna roll up. I don't have the potion of mag power, which would have been
That would have been
Bad.
so funny. You get the potion, you use it on a friendly.
Uh,
I wish I had my potion of invulnerability right now. Wish I had drunk it, I should say. I have it. I just, I should have done that when I put the wings out. Might have been smart.
John,
Yeah.
you took 15 damage from the radiant because nothing in radiant consumption says that I don't negate the damage with my radiant resistance. So I would have taken 5 instead of 10.
Yeah, I took 20 because I took it half of Corey's and half of yours.
No, but
I only
he's
took
saying
5
you would've-
total.
Yeah, you would have taken 2 from him.
Yeah,
Oh,
you only
okay.
would have taken 2.
He's
So
versus
actually, you
three.
took 3
Get
left.
me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I understand.
So heal for 3, right?
What'd you roll, Corey?
So I rolled a 21 total, so pretty low for what I can roll on this spell. So you guys take 10 damage each.
15 for me.
And then now do I get to make my...
Now you may roll a wisdom saving throw. You have advantage on this from the protection.
I've been rolling my saves. I'm very
Thank
grateful
you,
I have
Jacob.
my forecaster.
True.
Well, that was double 17s on the die.
Okay,
So,
and yeah, what's the bonus?
Important.
24.
You save.
Cool.
Okay, and then John, did you take half of Dandon's damage from the
I
Guardian Angel? Perfect.
It did, and I made a separate save for it. Which is why I
Perfect.
was saying that I'm thankful.
Look at us
because
go.
in that one, the first one was a low roll. so-
Yes.
Yeah.
All good. Perfect. Coralia, you come to having cast
John's
Pulse
bloodied.
Wave on John and Dandon. You didn't launch him like he launched Scarla, but you see John is bloodied. John has got
Fuck.
obvious signs of injury,
Ah.
and that's your turn.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Elias, that's you, baby.
Yes. Yeah,
Are you
so
still
she's
concentrating? Sorry, real quick. Are you still concentrating on Storm Sphere, Dandon?
Ooh.
Probably would have
That's a
dropped
good
the Fury,
point.
right?
I mean, I don't know if it would have dropped Fury.
Yuri doesn't
No,
interfere
no.
with concentration.
Um,
Fortunately.
I took a couple of hits, but I think they all would have been DC 10, right? Because I never
Yeah.
took that much damage.
You didn't
I-
take
I-
Everything was
Yeah,
lower than
so-
10. Yeah.
Yeah, just roll a couple con saves real quick. 2,
I
I think.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's going to. And these are con saves, right?
Yep.
So because of John, I pass.
Yeah.
And then that one passes with flying colors.
We love John.
Gotta love your paladins.
All
Say
right,
thank
sorry.
you to your paladins.
Yeah, sorry, Gio. Elias,
Kiss
take it
your
away.
paladins today.
Alright.
Doesn't have to be on the lips. It can be like on the cheek or forehead. But kiss
He's
your
floating
paladins today.
in the middle,
Yes.
right?
Yes, she is still 30 feet in the air, just in the middle of this blood pool now.
When can I upgrade my coke bears into flying coke bears?
What's that?
That
Oh,
one.
yeah. You gotta get him Red Bull.
Gotta get them in steps too. Earthbind would be nice right now. So Dandon still
Dandon and Coralia are both free of the Blood Fury. They've attacked each other, but that's all sorted itself out, it looks like.
let's just do a cheeky.
And John is looking fucked up.
Oh.
Okay. I will Thorn Whip her.
Go for it.
Get that wrong. Alright. Let me just roll. That's a 3. Damn it, physical dice. Why have you failed me?
All right, that misses then, right? Yeah.
Yes. And I'll use my bonus action to healing word. Sure.
Go for it.
You take 9 plus my cane.
Oh yeah.
Why did you need to
13.
discard the card?
13. Okay, John heals for 13.
That is it. My coke bears are gonna try to go around.
Yeah, we need like a mini trampoline or something for him.
Oh, they're working on it. That's it.
One group does like the hand lace and like knee set and like throws them.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right, that is Elias's turn. On Scarla's turn, I rolled for the recharge and I got it.
Damn it.
Got a nice grouping here. Oh, baby. All right. She points at all of you and curls her hands. I need con saves from everyone and all of the Coke Bears.
Natural 20.
Okay, you're good. Gain inspiration.
Oh
Natural
gosh.
20.
God.
Rough.
Gain inspiration.
John, would you like another one?
I wouldn't mind when I passed the save,
You
but
can have this one. I
okay.
still have one. tucked by
We'll
the-
roll. Damn it.
rolled a 24.
Oh, wait. +3, right?
23.
No, I'm not close enough.
Give a +0 to con, Geo.
Oh,
That's his dub stat?
I mean, he's
No,
a
it should
druid.
+2. But it's still.
Oh, you get
Huh?
a 19 out of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Dandin passed, Corey passed. John, what did you get?
23.
Elias, you rolled
19.
19. Elias, you were just under. And then the Coke Bears, what did they get?
Everyone but.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone who passed the DC of 20 takes 20 points of necrotic damage. As once more you feel your blood approach boiling, but not reach that point.
Have
Everyone who
10
failed.
for me.
Everyone who failed takes 40 points of necrotic damage and becomes incapacitated as your blood begins to boil.
You take half of that from me as well,
So
John.
John's taking 40, and then Dannon, what did you take?
I took 10 because of my resistance.
Okay, so John takes 45 with him and Dannon,
So I
and
only
then
take
Corey,
5.
Corey, you took 20 points of necrotic, no resistance.
Why do I take 40? I passed.
Oh, you passed. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You take 20 plus 5 from Dannon, and then I think it's plus 10 from Corey.
Yeah.
So you're taking 35 points of necrotic
And
damage.
Corey only takes 10 total.
And Corey takes 10. Got a lot of plates in the air.
Yeah, quite a few.
Oof.
Concentrating on that spell, if it counts.
That's awesome. Very good to hear. As people's blood boils and coke bears evaporate, Scarla sneers down at you, John. You and these so-called disciples. Weak. I smell the fear on you. Don't worry, Mikael. You can still have a part to play in all of this. Willing or not. John, that's your turn.
That's pervy.
I'm
Yeah, we're-
gonna use my bonus action to soul burn again. And this time I'm going to make my aura extra spicy. I'm gonna choose divinity for this one.
Ooh.
So this one is the regen aura, which is nice. Sorry, I'm just very stressed.
Totally understandable, brother.
All right. So myself and anyone within the is it the entire aura? Hot. Myself and anyone within 15 feet now is the range of my paladin aura. Also regens 3 hit points at the start of their turn. And you deal an extra 3 radiant damage with any attacks you make.
Make note of all of those boons.
Big boons.
Big boons only.
Big booning.
John, that's your bonus action, you said?
Bonus action.
Okay.
And with my action, I know from my time having spent near this woman if she is mechanically leaning towards a more studious type of magic or a reverent type of magic? Could I hazard a guess?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's hot. Does any natural 20? So 19. With the exhaust.
Yeah, word. On a natural 20, Scarla is incredibly intelligent.
Incredibly intelligent. Good to
Yes.
know. Good to know.
Blood wizard,
Good to
blood
know.
wizard, bottom text.
Told you.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. You sure we can't work with her?
I'm hoping we can maybe drag her somewhere where she's less under the same influence we all are.
Yeah, no, I get that. I don't know, she
In the
just knows some cool
meantime-
shit.
I will command Scarla to approach.
Oh! Spicy. What's my
Interesting.
save?
Your save is not incredibly high, admittedly. 14 wisdom.
14 wisdom.
A little mad.
I got a 16.
Rough.
You would command the Lady of Blood. You. With your betrayers down there. Oh, no, Miguel. You do not command anyone anymore.
Fuck.
Eddie,
She said.
Okay. I am going to end my turn because I'll probably move like there, but end my turn.
Awesome. You end your turn. you arrive at the top of the round. I forgot to do this on initiative count 20, so I will do it now. Chaos in this chamber as a bloody affair begins. Coralia, after the initial pulse whip that knocked Scarla through the altar and into the wall of this room, there was trembling, dust and debris. The blood pool has begun to shake. And you see Scarla beginning to laugh. And you hear the noise of commotion, of footsteps, echoing from the entrance to the cave. People are approaching. Judging by the sound of it, there are more than a few. But more concerning is the blood pool as it shakes, and Scarla's laugh rises and rises. And you hear a bellowing roar. A familiar roar. The roar that echoed across the river heading north to Charnot aboard the Grifoni Grignande. Erupting out of the blood, a Goristro. And with that, it is past midnight, and Geo probably has to go to bed.
That's
So I
fair.
think we will call the session there, folks.
That's valid.
I was about to
Boy.
peace out.
Yeah, I got you, bro. We'll call the session there for today.
Okay.
Stressful. Why you gotta stress us out on our first day back?
Hey man, this was
Anything
always
for
gonna
my
be mad
friends,
stressful.
right? Let's hear it for friends.
Pretty cool setup though.
Let's go.